Hi everyone, this is Coach Dan and very excited to discuss to you low carb muscle centric. So in this lesson you will learn what is low carb muscle centric lifestyle and why muscle centric. We all know and we notice that if we are going to be healthy, most people focus on getting slim. If they are overweight, chubby, or even obese, most of them focus so much on losing body fat. While there is nothing really wrong about losing body fat and weight, but actually we are focusing on the wrong goal. Did you know that skinny people, skinny fat people, and obese people have the same problem? Yes, they have no enough muscle mass. Muscle mass is very important. That's why here in Worth the Grind Academy, we believe not only in low carb but also pairing it with a muscle centric lifestyle, an active lifestyle, not only just jogging, doing cardio, but really doing resistance training, eating high quality proteins so that we can have greater metabolic health, greater function, and longevity. So, do we have enough muscle mass? Did you know that your muscle mass is directly correlated to your overall health? I'll explain more that in this lesson. So, what happens if we don't have enough muscle mass? Number one, our metabolic health is affected. When we say metabolic health, it pertains to our blood sugar levels, blood pressure, and cholesterol levels. So, if we don't have enough muscle mass, it would lead to unregulated and high blood sugars because, again, your muscle mass acts as glucose storage. And blood pressure, because you're not very active, what you eat is just stuck there in your arteries. It would lead to, especially if you're overweight, it would lead pressure to your heart, which would lead to hypertension. And of course, if you have belly fat, you have no enough muscle mass, it would lead to high cholesterol, especially your triglycerides. Another one is being frailty. So it has been normalized that when we go into our 50s, 60s, 70s, our senior years, most seniors would depend on wheelchairs, crutch, and some assistance from caregivers. But here in Worth the Grind, we believe that even if you are in your senior years, you can still be strong, healthy, and not only aging, but quality aging. So we believe that you can still be independent, strong, and you can still enjoy the things that you are blessed with by building muscles. Not only that you do low carb, but building muscles. Regardless of your age, you can still start in your 70s and become strong. Now, number three is memory loss and depression. Lack of muscle mass is linked with the lowering quality of our the sharpness of our memory, and lack of exercise is linked, or depression is linked to lack of exercise. So what happens when we pair low carb with muscle centric lifestyle? So low carb paired with muscle gain, with muscle centric lifestyle, will provide glucose storage to our body. So the liver is the one processing whatever we eat. So if you add muscle mass, if you add muscles in your body, it will act as glucose storage. So it will normalize your blood sugar levels, will also affect your heart, your kidneys, and it will protect your organs. Very important is building muscle mass. So that's why if you notice, there are low carb practitioners that still have issues with their blood sugar, their blood pressure, and cholesterol. It's not because they're not very strict with their low carb lifestyle, it is because they lack muscle mass. That's why very important that you build now, regardless of your age. Number two, very helpful is muscle mass in s- building myokines for brain. Myokines improve the sharpness of our memory and aids in our mood and in our mental health. Number three, very important, especially for our senior years, in our senior years, is function. So it's not about aging. You can reach 100 years old But if you are very frail, you cannot walk, then that's not quality aging. So very important that your bones are protected by muscle mass. It's actually a myth that our bones lack calcium, that our lola, our senior, dear seniors are lacking in calcium. That's actually a myth. It's actually a lack of muscle mass. So we learned in this module that the goal should be building muscle mass and not losing weight. If you build enough muscle mass, your body fat will also burn as you focus on building muscle. Number two, muscle mass strengthens, prevents diseases, and improves brain function. I hope you learned something. On to our next module.